With the explosion of online video these days, there are so many things to see beyond just the typical music videos or home videos and blooper reels and things like that. So in this section I want to share with you some suggested video searches to try to kind of help you to appreciate the amount of content and the scope of content that's available to you online for free in video. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing I want to share with you is how to learn how to do something. And before I do that, let me go to the video search page. I'll click videos up here, and now I'm on the Google video search page. So let's say I want to learn how to do something like salsa dance. Google Videos is a great resource for helping me to do that. To find videos, I just simply type in how to salsa dance, and Google will return 90,000 results related to salsa dance. Free content. Let's say I want to learn how to do something as simple as brew tea. Okay, this is to give you an example of what's available to you. There are 1,520 results related to brewing tea. So if you ever wanted to perfect the art of brewing tea, your own iced tea, a pot of tea, loose leaf tea, there are videos for that. Let's say you have software that you use, Photoshop, that you want to learn how to use and use better, do some great things with it. How to Photoshop. There are 100,001 results related to how to Photoshop. Free training, free tutorial, 7 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 8 minutes there, 7 minutes there, 6 minutes. You get the idea. You can spend hours on this free training. Now along these lines, there are also tips available in the form of video. Let's say you want to learn how to camp better. Go to type a search in of camping tips, and Google will return 4,190 results on how to camp better, camping tips for beginners, food for backpacking, essential camping tips, winter camping tips, how to boil water, about anything you can imagine. Or how about weddings? You planning a wedding, you want to learn how to do it better, type in wedding tips. There are 11,600 results for how to plan the best wedding. Now let's talk about some other things that you can do with video. For example, you can find documentaries, believe it or not. You type in National Geographic documentary, and there are 3,000 results. You can find out things about Golden Gate Bridge. Here's a 47-minute documentary by National Geographic on the building of the Golden Gate Bridge. Or there are all kinds of other videos available here. Buffalo Warrior, I'm not exactly sure what that is. The MiG-29 squadrons, things like that. Diamonds of War, Africa's Blood Diamonds, 56 minutes right there that you can find just by doing a Google search. Or you can try another search such as Planet Documentary to find out documentaries about the planet, or animal documentaries or anything like that. So let's type in Planet Documentary, and here are a lot of free content documentaries. The Privileged Planet, there's a 60-minute scientific documentary called The Privileged Planet. Animal Planet, another 570-minute documentary. So there are documentaries, there are interviews. If there's somebody that you really enjoy and you want to see an interview with them, type in something like Sandra Bullock interview, and you can get, there are 1,280 results for that. So you can, if you're a big fan of Sandra Bullock, you can watch interviews. Let me give you some more examples. Historical events, things like the moon landing, Chernobyl, the Beatles arriving in America. There are videos for that. Let me type in moon landing so you can see what I'm talking about. 17,000 results related to the moon landing, and you can probably find some pretty, there's 44 minutes right there. NBC News time capsule, Apollo 11. You can relive the first moon landing. Historical events, historical figures, people like Einstein, JFK, Princess Diana. You can find travel videos. If you're traveling to somewhere and you want to get information about it, just do a search for it on Google Video, like London travel. Type in London travel, and there are 22,000 results about how to travel in London. London travel guide, all over the place. Free content. Or how about Sydney travel? 7,000 results, guides for helping you to plan your trip to Sydney, knowing what to do, what attractions there are, things like that. Speaking of attractions, if there's some place that you're planning on visiting an attraction of some sort, like Old Faithful, do a search for it on Google Video, Old Faithful, and to find videos about it. See what people have captured, or you might find actual marketing videos where somebody like the National Park Service puts together a video explaining what Old Faithful is about. Or let's try another attraction search, such as Great Wall of China. There are 12,300 results all about that, building the Great Wall of China, a marathon there, the Great Wall of China, President Obama at the Great Wall of China. You can search through these results and find all kinds of great content. Some other interesting searches to try would be things like tours. Let's say you're interested in the Hershey factory and you want to see what people have captured as far as a Hershey factory tour. Just do a search for Hershey factory tour. There are 1,600 results. Or a tour of Venice. Would you like to see a tour of Venice? Type in tour of Venice, and there's a gondola tour right there. Tour of Venice part 1 of 2, tour around Venice, tour of Venice part 2 of 2, 7 minutes. You get the idea. Some additional suggestions might be recipes. If there's something that you want to learn how to create, like a cake recipe, type in cake recipe, and you'll find as many as you can imagine. You'll be eating cake for the rest of your life if you go through all of these 11,300 results. Or maybe a salsa recipe if you like to eat salsa. Just type in salsa recipe and you get some free recipes there. There also, you can enter in searches for mixed drinks to see recipes for those. You can enter a search for pets. You can enter a search for products and product reviews. If you want to find out how a guitar is made, here's an interesting one. How guitars are made. Type that in, and how Fender guitars are made right there. Homemade custom guitar and bass guitars, not bass guitars. How it's made, pedal steel guitars. This is free content. You can learn virtually anything that you could want using a Google video search. So those are some suggestions just to broaden your horizons, to help you to realize and appreciate the type of content that's available to you if you know where to look and how to look.